welcome to the JurassicWorld.org podcast. My name's Jack. I'm joined with Assis and Chris, our researchers and writers. Hello, guys.
Hey!
Okay, we're here to discuss all things Jurassic World. This is the first time of all of us recording, so please excuse us for any awkward silences, accidents, anything like that.
We have no script, we're just going for it.
We're just winging it. We should talk about the news. The first bit of news we should mention is the legendary information.
Yeah, that's something that people have speculated for a while. It's definitely nice to finally hear a level of confirmation about that. It's, I think it's going to be really interesting, though, to see the legendary logo in front of a Jurassic movie. I'm wondering how exactly they're going to handle it, if we're going to see like the full kind of logo reveal of the legendary thing, or if it's going to be something more quick and abbreviated with a classic Universal title spin.
Ooh, that's a good point. I'm excited to see that. I mean, legendary, any film they've made is of quality, so it just adds to the fact that Jurassic World seems like it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, when they announced their partnership with Universal, didn't they say something along the lines of they're going to help co-finance Universal movies that have basically good, interesting scripts, like that they're not going to just jump in and take a big name, like they're really going to go in and look at the movie and be like, oh yeah, this one's worth investing in, and then that's how they kind of make their investments. So hearing that they've got Jurassic on board, and it's exciting. I'm interested to see where this is going to go.
Definitely, same. I'm excited for it, and obviously Godzilla's out soon, and that looks intense. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've heard some Jurassic Park comparisons about like kind of the build up and reveals for the creatures and everything like that. So
yeah,
I'm pretty happy.
It's going to be an exciting. Well, next year. This time next year is going to be incredible.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't even.
For sure.
I guess the other bit of news in that article that we posted was Sam Neill confirming that he's not in Jurassic World. I mean,
which we got before.
Yeah, we knew.
I mean, yeah, we've known this. I mean, we got it from him again, which is cool. I mean, I'm not too worried. It would have been cool to see him make a cameo, but there's no reason that he should be on Isla Nublar again. Like, his character's arc, he would never go back on an island. We've already seen him kidnapped onto an island in a very,
It didn't work.
I don't like Jurassic Park 3, guys.
No, I like that movie. It's a good movie. It's a good action movie, guys. It's better than the second movie. Frig.
Oh
no.
My god.
Absolutely.
No.
We can't go there, because we can't.
You're hurting my soul right now. God damn it.
The Lost World, man. Come on.
And The Lost World has such a good soundtrack.
It's okay. It's kind of weird.
Great.
No.
It's my favorite. I'm going to throw that out there. It's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
The Lost World's your favorite? Like movie or soundtrack?
Movie.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously love Jurassic Park so much, but there's just something about the tone of The Lost World, the way it's much more dark. I just love that. I don't know why.
I really do like The Lost World's feel. There's some really cool scenes in The Lost World. Jurassic Park's still absolutely my favorite, but the look and feel of The Lost World was I don't know. It was really enjoyable.
Definitely. And I do like Jurassic Park 3. I mean, you could never like do a marathon and then be content with watching Jurassic Park 3 because it's just low. It's just on a different level. It's not as good.
I guess, yeah.
It's funny. I tried to do a marathon recently, and actually, like 30 minutes into Jurassic Park 3, I just turned it off. I was just like, nope, that's done.
That's funny.
I basically watched half of the movie within 30 minutes anyways, so, wow. I mean, because that movie's like 2 seconds long.
I mean, it's like a guilty pleasure for me. I watched Jurassic Park 3 and I like it because it's Jurassic Park, but there's so many flaws, and there's just... the thing is, you can tell that it was meant to be bigger and it was meant to be better because the Avery sequence and the plane sequence are damn good. They're great sequences and they're well put together. And you can tell that they feel like something of a much larger film, whereas the rest of the scenes just feel like they've sort of written it on the spot and thrown it in.
The plane sequence never worked for me because the way they filmed the Spinosaurus animatronic looked really weird. I mean, The best way I could put it is it looked like a robot. It looked like an animatronic. Like, it was really, like, stiff, and the motions were really just... It did not have the fluidity and believability that, like, the Tyrannosaurus from Jurassic Park and the Lost World had. Like, it was just... It looked really kind of high-budget B-movie horror film.
I guess that first
didn't
shot...
do it for me.
Yeah. When you first see it... Well, not when you first see it, but when it has its head in the plane, the rest of its body is completely motionless. And I think that's the animatronics. You know, you can really see it.
And its jaw just does this snapping thing, and then when the plane's on its side and it keeps swinging its head down into the plane, it just looks really weird. And then I think they like artificially speed up one of the scenes when his head swings into the plane, and it just looks really bad. It sort of reminds me of a very, very, very high-budget Universal Studios ride in action, and actors acting like it's not a ride and something real. It's like I don't know, it seems way too confined. I'm not a fan. And then the whole Tyrannosaur versus Spinosaurus fight scene, the lighting was really off on the CG models, so they're really bright and shiny and just kind of look like obviously, I hate using this example because if a video game looked like that, then wow. But, yeah, it looked very... I just didn't like it. Yeah, visual flaws aside, the movie just wasn't very good, but it had a lot of visual flaws as well.
Yeah. I think the CGI was great. It wasn't perfect, but it was good. I mean, like the Pteranodons were fantastic.
The Pteranodons were great. The CG they used for them really, really good. Same with the Raptors. I think the Raptors had some really, really nice CG. They looked fantastic. Say what you want about the design, whether you loved them or hated them. They did a great job bringing them to life.
Definitely.
I mean, I could have done without the scene where the Raptor goes, Alan.
That's
like, oh my god, that's rough. Why didn't... There's 1,000 other ways they could have filmed that. Just have a scene where he hears his name called, opens his eyes, looks up, and there's a Velociraptor grimacing at him. Not have a Velociraptor talk his name, Alan.
Especially a raptor that he's never seen before.
Yeah, and I mean, guys, just... how hard would it have been to rip the quills off the animatronic and paint it like the grayish-brown colors of the old school raptor? I mean, it wouldn't have been perfect, but it would have been a lot better than seeing that really weird floating raptor head in a plane that's talking, because there's very clearly no body attached to it. It's very clearly an animatronic head in a plane.
Well, see, this is the thing for me. This is when you watch Jurassic Park 3, you see the sequences like the plane, which I liked, and then the sequence in the aviary, and you can tell they're big sequences, and they planned them out really well. But the rest of the scenes kind of feel like almost like they were like, oh, we need something here, and like having a raptor talking in a plane is just a bit like not lazy, but it's like we need something scary here. We need something to wake him up, you know, just something off the top of their head kind of thing. And that's my problem with Jurassic Park 3. It's almost full of that. There's a lot of, I don't know, just...
The dialogue was bad. I mean, Grant was good. Grant was Alan Grant, but beyond that movie just... they had some good actors acting horribly, essentially. Like, just miscast. That film is very miscast. Did somebody just fall over and die? What was that sound?
No, it's there's construction outside my house.
Okay.
Yeah. No one's dead yet.
Okay.
Yeah, you wish. I wish too.
Okay, guys, this is where we're on the set of Jurassic.
With that, I'm probably gonna cut that out. I have to.
No way. Absolutely keeping that.
Okay, we went on a tangent.
Yeah, wicked tangent.
We went on a JP3 tangent, which is bound to happen in every single podcast we do.
Yeah.
But okay, so I mean, are you happy with none of the original cast returning, other than BD Wong, obviously?
I feel like yeah. I'm not. I kind of wanted to see Jeff Goldblum and Sam Neill together again on the big screen, just like one more time, even for a cameo. But I'm perfectly fine with just having BD Wong and the new cast we have right now. I think it's top notch. You know?
Yeah. No, I completely agree. People are complaining because they're comedy actors, and it's like they're not just comedy actors. Like even David Wallace, he was the lead. Sorry, not David. Andy Buckley, who played David Wallace in The Office. He's the least funny character in it because he plays a very serious role, very human role. You know. Yeah. And I think Colin, he said before, hasn't he, in an interview that he likes casting comedy actors for whatever reason.
He likes casting comedy actors for dramatic roles. Is basically what he said.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think. Yeah,
I think it
makes sense if he's really trying to capture that charm of the original Jurassic Park. I mean, like, I understand some of the skepticism because people are like, Jurassic Park wasn't a comedy.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park
had a lot of
funny moments, but they were very subtle. And and he calls Jurassic Park a very funny movie, and he calls Jurassic World a very funny movie. And if they're both very funny in the same way, that means it's a lot of subtle, clever, charming humor, not in-your-face humor. And he just is using it. He's basically saying, hey, it was a clever movie with a lot of charm behind the characters. And as long as you have comedy actors who can do drama well, then they can really nail that like level of genuine charm and interaction. And I think that's probably what they're going for.
Yeah, I'm happy with the casting. I love Chris Pratt. I love Bryce Dallas Howard. And they got the guy from I really can't pronounce his name, but the guy who was in Men in Black. You know.
Private Pile.
Yeah.
Vincent D'onofrio.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's brilliant. He's a great actor. And when I saw that post, I was like, oh, cool.
He's one that we haven't heard of. Like, since they announced him in the movie, like, we haven't heard of him in Hawaii or anything like that. Like, he kind of, like, I'm very curious to see how involved he is. He obviously is going to be involved. But I wonder if he did show up in Hawaii yet or if he's going to at all.
We don't know, because I guess a lot of them don't have Twitter, and that's the source of pretty much everything we get from Hawaii. So.
Yeah, and, like, with all the pictures that have been coming out, there really haven't been any pictures of, like, Chris Pratt on set in character or anything like that that's, like, leaked out. So I wouldn't be surprised if other actors that we haven't heard about being there are there, because basically the only person that we've really seen we've seen pictures of Chris Pratt, like someone ran into him, like, when he was jogging on a mountain or something like that.
Yeah.
So we've seen him. But beyond that, I mean, we really haven't seen too much.
Yeah.
So it's been really interesting to see basically what's going on. We really don't have
I think what's also really funny with all the set pictures that we're getting from extras who have taken it on their phone and blah blah blah. I think what's really funny is all you see is extras as well. You never see the main actors. And I've been scanning the pictures and I've been like, where's Chris Pratt? Like, where are these people? Like,
they must be taking the pictures during downtime when they're doing blockings and rehearsals.
Yeah.
They're probably taking the pictures then. So essentially, the actors come out, they shoot their takes, and if it's clear, they they check the gates all good, and then they start setting up for the next scene. That's probably when the pictures are being taken.
That's true. I mean, I think the one picture that I'm praying for, like, obviously I'd love to see all the cast on set, but the one picture that I want to see is Colin and Frank Marshall together on set, and maybe Spielberg as well. If he goes to Hawaii, which I've heard he's heading to Hawaii, not right now.
I think I remember hearing something similar, and I think I remember. I mean, we know that he was in Hawaii for a bit because there was a picture from I believe it was someone, I forget, it was someone politically involved in Hawaii's politics, and she put a picture of herself and Steven Spielberg online, saying, "Hey, we were talking Jurassic World." And there were a lot of rumors circulating that Spielberg was in, Hawaii, kind of prepping Jurassic World, working with Colin, trying to make the movie as good as possible. So, I mean, it's not like he's just kind of throwing his name on this. He definitely has a level of involvement, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think, I just want to see that. I want to see those three on set. Like, that for me is, because obviously I want to be a filmmaker, that for me is the thing I want to see. That's cool.
Yeah, that would be a very cool picture. Yeah, and that's a very non-spoilerific picture. That's basically, like, I really hope as time goes on, we start to get maybe updates from Colin on Twitter, and we can basically maybe get a few little updates like that. It's like, hey, here's a picture of us on set, like, nothing really revealed, still cool for the fans who want to see things.
Well, we got, the only thing we did get is a picture of Frank Marshall wearing a Jurassic Park shirt. I thought that was quite funny. DJing.
As a DJ, hey guys, the news is on in the background on my TV. I haven't muted, and it is on my street 2 blocks down, and a house is on fire. How did I not realize that? So that's why I heard all the fire trucks and helicopters.
Oh, so there's a house on fire. There's a house on fire.
I could look out my window and see this. I could go. Oh my!
Is it rough?
No, it looks. I think they got out. Looks like they put it out. It's white smoke, so it's probably okay.
Okay, good.
That's good, yeah. Scary, though.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Wow. I'm like, hey, there's a house on fire. Oh my God, how did I not realize that there was a house on fire right out my window? Okay, let's continue. Carry on. Where were we?
No idea. Fuck.
Okay, so also the last bit of news I want to mention is obviously just the cinematographer John Schwartzman. What do you think about him? Have you seen any of his work?
I want to say yes, I have, and it's been a little while. I still need to see Saving Mr. Banks.
Yeah, I need to see that.
Yeah.
And I've seen Pearl Harbor and Armageddon a while ago, so it's really hard for me to comment on those films because it's been such a long time. But what he said about Jurassic World, what little he said, admittedly, but what he did say has me very excited. Seems like he has a vision that he's going forward with. So that's exciting.
I'm so pleased that they're shooting on film. Like, a lot of films just go digital these days, and there was a report that Jurassic Park was going to be shot digitally, wasn't there? Jurassic Park 4. And then...
Yeah, it's probably the intent at some point.
Yeah, and then they've decided to shoot film, and I woke up to that tweet, classic waking up to a tweet, and yeah.
Waking up to a picture in a Facebook chat and being like...
A huge Facebook chat. Loads of stuff happened while I was asleep. Yeah. Shooting on film, that's amazing. 35mm and 65mm. I can't stress how excited I am to see that. And the fact that they're trying even an aspect ratio which hasn't been used in a while, or at least in majority of films, they're 2:35:1, whereas this is using 2:1. That's ambitious. That's pushing the boat out, and I like that they're doing that.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a really cool looking movie. Even the way he talks about like kind of wide, like he talked about just these nice shots, and I don't know. I think he really has an idea and a vision. I think that they all obviously have an idea and a vision for this movie, so it's going to be exciting to see where it goes. But I think visually it should be something really special.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, I'm excited for it. But did you notice how, the first set pictures we've got of Bryce Dallas Howard, the official one, some people mistook what is clearly the camera for some sort of dinosaur equipment.
Really?
Did they?
If you read some of the comments on the
Jesus.
Facebook, they thought it was some sort of rotating dinosaur equipment. I was like, well, no, it's a camera. You can see the map box. You can see the camera and the rig it's attached to. But anyway, I like how the camera. It's been customized. It's like Star Wars got their black Phantoms or whatever. Black Panavisions, but it looks like they've customized the camera as well, just a little bit of Jurassic Park in there. I just think little things like that are really cool. It shows that there's a lot of care going into this movie.
Yeah, I mean, and I think the idea of a new Jurassic Park film has everybody incredibly excited. Like, you still hear it like every day on Twitter or something. You can always see like, wait, they're making a new Jurassic film? Oh my God, so excited! Like people are genuinely excited about a new Jurassic Park film, and I think that it's not being called Jurassic Park 4 is going to eliminate some of that skepticism of just being like, here comes another sequel to another franchise that it's going to be, this time they're kidnapping Ian Malcolm and throwing him on an island, we're not going to have that happen. This movie is really, it's a great way to have a fresh start yet still be a sequel. And it's a really good way to kind of get the franchise back to life and back on board to a level that it can progress. And I don't know. It's exciting. I really like the concept of the new park. It has a ton of potential, and it's also got great reasons to introduce new species of dinosaurs that we haven't seen before. And plus, I mean, who just when they had toys didn't when they're younger pretend to have an operational Jurassic Park and then have shit hit the fan and running and screaming. Essentially, basically, imagine Disney World with dinosaurs on an island being loose. It would be terrifying.
Yeah. And that's what the first film's about. I mean, when you really think about it, to make another Jurassic Park, I've said this before, it's Jurassic Park, it makes sense if you run out of ideas or if something isn't going to work by just bringing people back to these abandoned islands. You make another park. It makes so much sense. I didn't like the idea at first. I thought about it and realized it's incredibly smart to do that.
When you consider how much time has gone by, it seems fairly believable that you could essentially have this park happen. It's not like it's been 3 years since the last Jurassic movie and suddenly we're supposed to believe there's a new park. Like, there is legitimately been a lot of time between Jurassic Park and its sequels. I mean, it's going to be 22 years since the first Jurassic Park when this comes out, and it's going to be, 14 years since Jurassic Park 3?
Whoa.
14... That can't be right? No, 14 years since Jurassic Park 3, guys. I want to put that in perspective. 14 years since Jurassic Park 3 when Jurassic World comes out.
And it was 14 years, or it was 2002 was when they started talking Jurassic Park 4. I was a kid and I was so excited for Jurassic Park 4. All these years. It's ridiculous.
I remember watching, I don't even think this channel's around anymore because of, DVRs and guide buttons, but I remember watching the TV guide channel. So it would show you what's on TV, and like on the top part of it, it would have like video and stuff like that. And there had a movie news update, and the movie news was, Jurassic Park 4 has been greenlit by Universal Studios going forward for a 2003 or 2004 launch. And that was in 2002, and I saw that, and I was so excited. I'm like, yeah, Jurassic Park 4 in about a year or two. Oh, yeah. And basically every year we've heard since then, yeah, it's going to be about a year or two till that movie comes out. It's happening. It's going to be about a year or two till that happens. And, and then you get, like, fucking skydiving dinosaurs with katanas, and, oh, my God, we would have had a...
To be honest, I really liked that script. I'm not going to lie to you. I really liked it. It was really interesting with the genetic concepts. Yeah, it was interesting.
It was clever. It kind of reminded me of Cabin in the Woods, where it was it was cleverly written. The material was really stupid, but it was so clever that it could have worked. Sure. Never in a million years would I have liked that as a Jurassic Park film.
No, really, it didn't feel like Jurassic Park, but at the same time, it was a very well written script. You can tell John Sayles had written it, and I don't know, I liked it in a way that wasn't Jurassic Park. If it was another film, I would love it.
Yeah, Jurassic Park is about dinosaurs, and dinosaurs are animals, and that was an action movie with kind of monsters. Now, if you want to take a monster out for a dinosaur or two, okay, but that movie really was over the top. The idea about Jurassic Park was kind of like believable. It's believable sciences in a lot of ways. It's more grounded, and that's what made Jurassic Park special and so enticing. Is you get to go see dinosaurs on the big screen. You get to see this. It's the closest you can really get until seeing real living these animals that lived on this earth at some point. And artistic liberties are being taken, and the movie's gonna do some crazy things, but it still kind of sparks that level of just, my God, these things were on this planet, and I'm not going to get to see them, which sucks. But this movie, these movies bring you as close to them as you can imagine, and that's just so much fun. And plus, the movies are good, and dinosaurs are really fucking cool looking. So I don't know. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, I mean, the whole production of Jurassic Park 4, the development that it's been through the past 12 years, it's gonna make for an amazing making of. That's all I can say.
I just hope they really realize that, and that they don't just show us the making of Jurassic World. Like, I hope that we get basically a documentary of the development hell of Jurassic Park 4, where it's been, earlier on.
I'm so angry if we don't. I have to see that. I want to know what all the plots were. I want to know what the Laura Dern one was. I want to know what the one
Keira Knightley one.
Yeah, I want to know what the one was that Joe Johnston was he was going to direct it. The one in 2008 where Joe was like, we have this new idea and I'm directing.
Yeah.
I want to know what it was. I mean, I need to know.
I'm wondering, how long has the new park concept been around for? I'm thinking at least since 2011.
Yeah.
Because that's when that leaked trailer dates back to. That one that has been pegged as a game trailer. I'm not exactly sure how accurate it is to call it a game trailer. I think it was something a little bit different. I don't think it was a video game. It was a proof of concept video, and it had to do with Jurassic Park 4. And it was clearly called Jurassic World back then. And everyone assumed that showcased a mainland attack. The Quetzalcoatlus coming in, attacking people on the mainland. That clearly, now that I look at it, that's Jurassic World. That's the resort. That's people playing on the beach of Jurassic World, and they get out and they attack them. So I think the new park has been around for quite some time. So before we had the Rise of the Planet of the Apes writers on it. What was his name who was said to be looking at it? I think Mark...
I Am Legend, but I can't pronounce it.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that the new park idea has been kicked around since then.
Yeah,
at
I
least.
think when Spielberg said that Jurassic Park 4 was going to happen at Comic Con,
Uh-huh.
that was 2011, right? I think that's the new park. So we can probably
Absolutely.
thank Mark, I Am Legend, for that.
Yeah, unless Spielberg said, hey, you know what, let's do a new park. And then he wrote a script, and maybe it wasn't quite there. And then we brought in the Rise of the Planet of the Apes writers, and I really liked Rise of the Planet of the Apes, so that was exciting when I heard they were on board. They're really good writers, and if you watch the special features of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, they really went into the core material and really tried to make a really good prequel using all these little Easter eggs. So I imagine they did the same thing for Jurassic Park. I'm sure they went into the books and the movies, and they really probably pulled a lot of things, so I'm sure they put some things that people maybe wanted to see into it. And then,
some backstory, perhaps. I mean, we know we're obviously getting some sort of backstory we saw the pictures of the original Jeep. So we know there's going to be some sort of flashback, or maybe the Jeep maybe the Patel Corporation have kept it. Who knows?
Yeah, there's a few different ways that could go. I mean, maybe it's going to be sitting in the woods. Maybe it's going to be sitting in a garage. Maybe there's going to be a memorial or a museum to the original Jurassic Park concept. Maybe they're going to have to... They get stuck on some random abandoned part of the island and find the Jeep, and somehow it still works, and we get to see them out running dinosaurs in a classic Jurassic Park Jeep. I don't know. Either way, we're going to see a classic Jurassic Park Jeep, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's exciting. When I first saw... I think I woke up to that picture as well. I
think we've all woken up to pictures.
Yeah. We're in 3 different countries. We should point that out. I'm in the UK. Chris, you're in America, and Assis, you're in Canada.
Yeah.
Well, you two are on the same time zone, right?
Yeah.
It's lucky for you.
Yeah, it makes it work out a little bit more. Bit more when my day's just starting. It's 12 in the afternoon right now.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, so it's 5 o'clock here. 5 p.m.
Yeah. So.
I've been waiting for you guys for hours.
Well, I'm sorry. at least while I was, we won't. But yeah, I mean, you got something cool this morning, so.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, it was good. But yeah, we should probably jump ship and or we should get back on track anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last thing I remember mentioning was John Schwartzman. Let's talk. So I guess I don't know how to go into this.
In a roundabout way, we've seen something and know something.
So I guess it's an interesting time to mention that we've seen something from Jurassic World. We don't want to spoil for audiences, but we definitely know. I guess we can confirm it's definitely a new park.
Yeah, I mean, that's been given for a very long time. Like I said, that sounds like an inside joke at this point. Like, new park confirmed. Like, yeah, we've known that for a while.
But then
guys.
there's still people who are like, don't really know, and it's a bit like, well, it's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the set pictures and casting announcements of like what roles people are playing makes it with the fact that nobody's ever contradicted that. Yeah, it's a new park. It's really, really exciting. There's a lot of a lot of cool things that we're going to be able to see that we weren't able to see before.
Yeah, there's definitely. I mean, the lagoon is going to play a fantastic part in this film.
Yeah,
you can tell.
Jurassic World Lagoon.
Yeah.
Can I say the name of the area?
Yes.
It's exact. Okay, Gallimimus Valley. Gallimimus Valley, and it's cool.
There we go.
Gallimimus Valley and Isla Nublar Lagoon. Those are 2 things. Those are things. They are happening.
Yeah.
They're real.
Take it as you will, because there's obviously some people who just may not want to believe or
and I get that.
Yeah.
And I do get the skepticism. What I'm going to say right now is just listen, we're not trying to be jerks. We do want to feed information to people because I know I would really want to hear. However, given certain circumstances, we're asked only to share tiny bits, not to share images. So just bear with us. Give it time. I promise you more information will come out over time. We're trying to give you as much as we can without making people upset and basically going back on our word. So just give it time. This information will come out, and if you give it some time, it will come out whether or not we're bullshitting you or if we're actually giving you some cool information. I promise you we're giving you some cool information. I mean, it's silly, stupid stuff like Gallimimus Valley. What does that really mean? That means nothing, but it is something real, and it's something to be excited for, I think. So just bear with us, give us time. We're not trying to be asses about this. It's just the way it's the way it works.
Thank you, Chris. No, it's worth mentioning, and there's certain parties that I really don't want to upset or annoy. Obviously, you know, the actual filmmakers themselves. We can say whatever we want about the film, but I don't want to do anything that would really
would spoil it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why, you know, we don't want to spoil the movie. We don't know the movie, but we don't want to spoil things we've been sent. We don't want to spoil things like that. You know, you can.
I think if people really want to do something, they could probably go back and look at the general concept of that Joe Blow story leak.
Yeah.
And realize that it was mostly accurate in a lot of regards. Now, I'm pretty certain that when they did it, it was actually I'm pretty certain that they got a hold of a script, and I'm pretty certain it was actually from before Colin Trevorrow and Derek Connolly were involved. And I think that although the new park concept was pretty much solid in there, and the Isla Nublar Lagoon was solid in there, I think what you saw when they were talking about like muzzled dinosaurs and stuff like that, like, you know, being controlled to hunt down the new dinosaur or something like that. I don't think that was accurate anymore, and I don't think that's going to be accurate. I think that was probably the part that changed significantly after Colin got on board. Maybe they found a different way to, you know, maybe toy around with humans interacting with dinosaurs and maybe tweaking them. And maybe that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
But
that's a good point. Go back to that article. We posted it. Go back to the article and have another read. And it's. I think that's Jurassic World. I think that's it. A lot of what the script is now for Jurassic World. That takes.
At least visually, like I'm not sure how much the story is the same, but I think the concept of the park, like when they describe, like, you know, the park and the concept art that they saw, that's sounding pretty accurate. And I mean, we could talk about that the concept art of the visitor center that leaked out. That's been on the internet.
That was great, right? That was some fantastic concept art.
Yeah, really, really cool looking. And then people notice, hey, look, there's a monorail going through that. I wonder if that's going to be in the movie. And then pictures come out from the Honolulu Convention Center, and it's a monorail. And we know that there's a monorail running through the park. And if you look at the Honolulu Convention Center, it has that sort of futuristic architecture look that the concept art had. It kind of has that nice kind of whites and blue glasses and everything like that like kind of give that almost like that Dubai resort type of feel. So, that I'm not saying it's going to look exactly the same. I think it might look a little bit more humble and a little bit more Jurassic Parky, but there's no question about it that some of that visual design is going to be present in the film. And I think everyone's going to be really excited to go back to Isla Nublar and see what's the same and see what's changed. And yeah.
It's going to be exciting regardless, because it's very clear that the movie takes place on Isla Nublar. I mean, Colin Trevorrow even confirmed it himself.
Yeah, really early.
Yeah.
Isla Nublar.
And people didn't buy that. Like, no, it could be anything still. I'm like, no, it fucking says right there, it's Nublar.
Yeah, it says Isla Nublar. Like, guys, listen, I get it. Sometimes things aren't exactly as they seem, and you have to learn to read between the lines. But, you know, if the director is going to say Isla Nublar and post a picture, what else is he trying to tell you? He's not going to, you know, he's not going to, I don't know. He obviously...
If it wasn't set on Nublar, then he would just be building fake hype, wouldn't he? And he would do that because he's not an idiot. So,
you don't...
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. And I'm glad, because that's the thing that everyone wanted.
Yeah, going back to Isla Nublar, the idea is fantastic. Obviously, we're going to see a new park on Isla Nublar, but hopefully we're going to see the remains of an old park, and that I have no idea. I know that some people said there was that tweet, something like about the abandoned Six Flags being used to be the remains of Jurassic Park. I'm pretty sure that's not accurate. I'm pretty sure from what I've heard that they're fixing it up, making it look nice, and it's going to look like part of the new park. They're building a lot of sets over there.
Yeah, it looks like, from what we've heard, it looks like whatever's happening in New Orleans is going to be big.
Yeah, and you've got a lot happening at Six Flags. They're building a lot of sets. They're building sets and fixing up areas inside of the abandoned park, and they're building sets in the parking lot of Six Flags. And not only that, we've got the sound stages that they're going to film in. And we have no idea, and we won't have any idea of what's happening in there because that's
until
so
we see
behind.
some sort of trailer or something. I mean,
I think that's where the dinosaurs are going to be.
We also had that report from I don't know who it was from, that they were buying a load of PVC pipe in New Orleans, you know, for whatever was being built at Six Flags. It's like, well, what's being built?
That could be used for anything. There's so many different ways that they can utilize PVC pipe. I don't think that really means too much of one thing or another.
And, it means something is going on, like something big is going on, because the way it was a tweet, wasn't it? The way they described, like, buying out all the PVC pipe they could. Seems something big is being built there, or something, a lot of something.
And don't be surprised if the sorry, I just keep getting like distracted by the sounds in the background of something. Don't be surprised if we know that they're filming in Hawaii, we know that they're filming in New Orleans. Don't be surprised if we suddenly hear rumors of them filming like for a day in like Bora Bora or something like that, because they have those on the water type of resorts that was seen in the concept art. So don't be surprised if you hear about them going over there for a day of filming or something along those lines. Like, don't be surprised if random locations like an aquarium, like a really nice futuristic aquarium, like, oh, I heard Universal was shooting Ebb Tide at aquarium at some random state or country. Like, it's not going to be a big shoot, but don't be surprised if we hear about a 1 or 2 day shoot happening at other locations at some point. I think that there's a really strong chance that we might see more scenarios like the Honolulu Convention Center. And I remember they said they were going to film in San Diego, so I wouldn't be surprised if the San Diego filming is at a zoo or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, I think the okay, I've lost it. I don't know what I was going to say. Cool. We're good though. We're good. I think it might be a nice point. It might be fucking hell. Okay, it might be a nice time to point out that it's our first podcast, and obviously we're not. Some people may think that we're doing this to rival Jurassic Cast, but we're not. We love those guys, and
absolutely.
We're just, the more podcasts, the better. You know, the more websites, the better. It's Jurassic Park, and it's coming back, and there's going to be more of everything.
This has been something we've been kicking around for a while that we've really wanted to do, and with schedules, it's been kind of hard to make it happen. But yeah, there's a lot that we can talk about, and we really want to talk about all this.
Yeah, I mean, Jurassic Cast focus on the interviews they get. Like, well done for getting those interviews with some really talented actors and
really crazy interviews.
Yeah, and I think we're more focusing on what we've done it so far is focusing on the news and the information that, and we're having our own personal discussions about it. And I think it's 2 different podcasts really completely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So go listen to Jurassic Cast, and then obviously come back and listen to us. Listen to us again.
And let our voices soothe your worries away. I'll have you know that on NeoGaf, I was called, word for word, the most handsome Jurassic Park fan ever.
There we go. Look at
thank you, Maltia on NeoGaf. Thank you.
Brilliant. Obviously, I think also we should probably point out we've got a competition running at the moment to win a Jurassic Park T-shirt. All you have to do is the post is on our front page of our website. You just have to answer a couple of questions, tweet them to us. You could win your choice of T-shirt designed by Yip T. Been dealing with the guy there; he's a really nice guy. Check that out. It's pretty damn easy to win a T-shirt, so why not?
Yeah, go for it. And these T-shirts are really good. I actually feel bad for whomever wins because they're going to have to make a choice, and it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Choosing just one is not easy. Like, I'm like imagining, I'm like, oh, which one would I go for? I think I would go for the Muldoon's one, but that Sharktooth one cracks me up. I love it. And then there's this shirt that Spielberg was seen wearing, which is pretty cool. And then there's the pocket raptor, which is just so subtle and amazing. I love it. Oh my god! Like I don't even know how to react to these shirts. They're great.
He's added a chaos one as well. It's
like, I saw that. Yeah,
that's cool. For me, it's between that and the Muldoon one. I'm still debating right now. I don't know which one.
I've got a T-shirt. I'll send you guys a picture at some point, and it just says T-Rexy, and I know it. It's like nice. T-Rex wearing sunglasses, and yeah, classic. Great shirt.
But yeah, we've got that competition going, so obviously check that out. We also, if you follow us on Facebook and Twitter, you probably saw that we posted, thanks to Christian Nickel, who found unreleased designs, concept art, not really concept art, but designs for the Jurassic Park Blu-ray set. So we've been posting them, and they're cool. They're really
cool. They're really, really cool.
I mean, they're so much better than what was actually released. Like, yeah. I want them all, you know?
I never
got so shitty.
Well, I think all of them, to me, are better than the one that was released. And that's really surprising that Universal went with the metal logo. I mean, it's simple, I get it, but even
the red generic,
one, the red one is generic.
It doesn't do Jurassic Park justice. My favorite one is the gold background with the golden leaves, and it says Jurassic Park The Ultimate Collection.
Yeah,
it's so classy. It looks really nice. It's simple, and it just looks so premium. I don't know. I really like it.
Yeah,
the amber one was a cool concept, but there's just way too much happening in it.
Yeah, the amber one was cool, but it kind of doesn't work because it's, like you said, so much going on.
It reminds me of like an early 2000s one.
Yeah.
I like the red and black T-Rex one, like just kind of like the book. But
that was kind of used. That was used on the steel book that you could.
Yeah.
Steel, and it was cool, but I mean, this design is better than the one that was released. Still.
Yeah. For me, it's between the red and black like T-Rex logo book style or the golden Jurassic Park The Ultimate Collection one. And honestly, I'd go Jurassic Park The Ultimate Collection easily. It's a really nice looking cover. I imagine the rest of the art. Imagine if the rest of the key art for the packaging mirrored that. It'd be some really cool looking packaging.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. I mean, what was the first one I posted? It was the egg with the raptor coming out of it. That was cool. Like
I don't think I saw that one. Oh yeah, there we are. Okay, that one is cool.
And what did I post next? The Spino.
The raptor looks too scary in the egg. If the raptor looked cuter, though, I would say go for it. It really reminds me of, actually, the raptor one reminds me of the early Jurassic Park 3 concept posters.
Yeah, which are amazing. I love those, like, the concepts logos for Jurassic Park 3. I love them. They're all better than... Although, I like the JP3 logo. I like that logo.
Yeah, I mean, the Jurassic Park 3 logo isn't a bad logo. It's soured on me over time because of the movie and because of the Spinosaurus. But, like, it's not a bad logo. It's a shame that they're using the look of steel for Jurassic World. And the Jurassic World logo that we have right now looks awful, like on the concrete background. I will say that what I've seen from the film, like, it is still using the steel look in the film, but it looks a lot better, just the way the background it's on and everything like that. It looks cleaner.
Yeah.
And it looks bright and inviting rather than, like, ooh, spooky, serious.
I don't know. It's a boring logo, the current one, and it's obvious that that's not the one they're using because, I mean, that we would have seen it on set. They're hiding it, aren't they? They're hiding the real logo.
Yeah. No,
I don't think they're hiding. I don't think they're hiding anything. Okay, for me, I don't think they're hiding anything. I think it's so that when they're traveling down the roads, your average person on the side of the road won't realize that it's Jurassic Park. Like, you know, with the blue line and the number 5 on the back of the Jeep or whatever, you're like, oh, I wonder what that is. But if you had the Jurassic Park T-Rex head there, it's like, oh, that's from the new Jurassic. I think the reason why they're covering it up is just for an extra layer of secrecy so the average people don't take pictures. That way the only people trying to get set pictures are the people trying to get them. It's little extra layers of security that sometimes go a long way. Like, I mean, when The Dark Knight Rises was filming in Pittsburgh, everyone knew it was The Dark Knight Rises. However, they still filmed under the name of Magnus Rex. I mean, it's little things like that. It's silly. I don't think it's really hiding anything. It's just to kind of keep your average uninformed from accidentally stumbling upon something and, you know, spreading it everywhere. Just being a little less obvious sometimes goes a long way because you don't... I mean, to us, obviously, that Mercedes vehicle is a Jurassic World vehicle. But to the average person in Hawaii, even if they know Jurassic is filming there, they might not immediately put 2 and 2 together without seeing the T-Rex logo.
That's true, but I don't know. They wouldn't. The logo's public, like now.
It is, and I don't think they're hiding anything though, because you know the picture you sent, the banner.
Mm-hmm.
That used the new block. Look at the logo on it. I mean, it is the logo from the movie.
Wait.
It's so, and if anything, I actually don't think that might be the logo that we see. Like,
but then that logo there is much better, even though it doesn't have the text or anything on it. Is much better than the Jurassic World, because the one they released is almost brown. It's like a horrible gray. It's not shiny.
Yeah.
And that is shiny and it looks good.
Yeah, this is using a nice, clean, simple steel with very little to no texture. It just looks like it has a gradient of shine to it, and then a nice kind of blue gradient background. It looks very clean and professional, rather than like gritty and.
And that's what you'd expect from a new park. It's obviously going to be some cool logo, like the ones on the chairs. Obviously, you can't print proper textures onto like that kind of fabric. That's why the logo is so simple on the chairs. But it looks better than the one.
It looks better with like the simple blue and the nice black and everything like that. It all contrasts.
Yeah,
contrasts.
It's a nice logo. Though.
Yeah,
it really is.
And the Jurassic World logo that we have out right now literally looks like it's like the sequel to Jurassic Park 3. Like that's what I see. I see Jurassic World logo, and it looks like the Jurassic Park 3 key art, and you're just kind of like, why?
And that's a worry, isn't it? Because they're obviously trying to stay clear from the previous sequels in some way or another, because it's not Jurassic Park 4 anymore. It's Jurassic World. It's a reboot in a sense.
Brighten up the steel to make it look almost silver. Make the blue less gritty and make it brighter. And throw it on a background that isn't steel or concrete, and suddenly it's fine, basically. Just just brighten up the colors and remove some of the grit, and the logo is fine. I would have preferred something without the steel in it, but in the art that I've been seeing from like the movie sets, like from the banners and everything like that, it actually looks a lot better when it's just like the T-Rex head in the circle. It looks actually really appealing that way. So that I'm not getting any vibes of Jurassic Park 3 from that. So it's just kind of like the poster they threw together is very, it's like they're using key art from the movie in the worst possible way. Mm-hmm. Like they tried to make it look more gritty because that's what people expect. Just make it look bright and inviting because that's what you want at this point.
Yeah, I mean the one on the Jurassic Park YouTube is slightly different. It's like they've added some. They put the saturation up, or they brightened it. It looks like a lighter blue.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird, but it's kind of better.
It looks better. It looks better. Oh yeah, because like even the inside of the lettering, like it glows a bit more, and it looks nicer.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm still getting used to the blue. I have to admit, like Jurassic Park is always red and yellow.
Red and orange and yellow, yeah.
And now we're getting this blue, and I'm still getting used to it. I mean, our website's been blue for a while now, like because of the logo and that. But it still seems odd to me. Like I expect the red background, you know.
Yeah, I definitely get that. And it's gonna be really weird, like marketing materials, because everyone still calls it Jurassic Park, but you're gonna have toys out there that say Jurassic World, And like I'm wondering, when Hasbro does Jurassic World toys, what if they decide to do classic toys as well? Like, are they gonna have them under a different banner? Like, are they gonna sell Jurassic World and Jurassic Park toys? Like, I don't know. It's confusing with that. It's gonna be very interesting to see how marketing goes forward from now on. Are they still gonna call it the Jurassic Park franchise? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's interesting to see where this goes with the name change. But I like it. I like the idea. Just think the logo needs some work.
Definitely. Can we stop there for a sec? Can we fucking mention this, Assis? What the fuck?
Let's do it. Okay, Christian just sent me this fucking link to a Jurassic World TV show being produced by an Indian company. Not sure. Yeah, it's probably nothing, just coincidence in the name.
Yeah. I mean,
they've produced some stuff before in India.
Says comedy.
Okay, Jurassic World. Comedy. I don't know. Someone just might have added this onto IMDb, like just to fuck around.
If you go on IMDb and you search Jurassic Park, there's like there's a film called Jurassic Park 4 and 5 that came out in 2010. There's so much random stuff on there that's somehow got but like there's a Jurassic Park film in development called Jurassic Park. I'm pretty sure that's non-existent.
Yeah, I just don't think that's a. I don't think that's anything.
No.
Yeah.
But it's worth mentioning. That's quite funny.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey guys, it's I don't know where I was going with that. So.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think we need to wrap up. We've been recording for 52 minutes now.
Okay. Anything we want to throw out there before we go? Is there anything that we want to? We covered a few things. Like, should we mention that? Like, I don't know. People saw Owen's house. Should we mention anything else on that? Real quick?
Owen's shack. That was not supposed to be leaked, really. And then I believe Real Tools posted it. Love the guy at Real Tools, by the way.
Yeah.
Big shout out to them. They've obviously been, even if you're not wanting spoilers, they've been doing some damn good work in Hawaii.
Yeah, they've really been covering the film, and I honestly don't think they've really covered any spoilers. Like, if they showed something like, look at these people running on a pier and then getting sucked into the water, like, we would know, hey, that pier scene eventually is going to go bad. Yeah. So I think, I don't think they've really shown any spoilers. It's like, they're just kind of showing locations.
Just taking pictures of sets and stuff, and it's cool. I mean, people want to see that. We live it's 2014 now. Everybody tweets, everybody Instagrams, and it's a sad fact, but things are going to get leaked. And they have done, extras have posted things, and then they've taken them down. It's just going to happen, It's fun. It's part of the film. We still know nothing about this film.
Yeah, we've seen, seen a really cool Jurassic World helicopter, but basically, the only thing these pictures are spoiling, in my opinion, are the fact that it's a new park, and that's something that we've all known for a very long time. It's something that Universal isn't quite ready to talk about. I think that they just want to have basically all their cards close to their chest until they can just reveal it in their own way. They know that the fans of the big fans of the franchise obviously know the plot. I don't think it's supposed to be a big secret. I just think they want to reveal it in the right way and in a fun way. Hopefully it happens before Comic-Con, but I think we'll hear a lot at Comic-Con. But Owen's trailer, shack, cabin trailer.
We can't say much about that, but I can say that it definitely was constructed for the film. It's not it's not just a random shack that was in Hawaii. It really was constructed for the film. I'll throw that one out there because obviously people doubt a lot of the pictures,
Yeah, I mean, I doubted them when I first saw.
As did I. It didn't seem like it was, Jurassic World. It seemed like it was just some random hut near the water or whatever.
We'll talk about the dinosaur in another day.
Yeah.
There's not much we can talk about, and there's not much we know. But eventually, I think. Eventually.
Well, we hope you have enjoyed the first podcast. Obviously, it's the first time all of us doing this, so sort of maybe a little bit all over the place. But if you guys liked it, just let us know, and we're going to be recording our next one soon, where we cover other topics and stuff like that.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully this happens a lot more regularly.
For sure.
We definitely have a lot more to talk about. Yeah. And hopefully there will even be more to talk about that we don't even know about yet as more information arises. But I hope everyone had fun, and let us know what we did well and what we could change and do better.
For sure. Leave us a comment. Cheers.
All right, see you guys later.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys.